Japan 3-2 Brazil. Is this the upset of this international break, or is it South Korea peeping Paraguay 2 goals to nothing? It's not the talk of the game. These are international friendlies, but there is a player from Man United who came off the bench and played a part in this loss. Welcome to the United of Sport. My name is Webb. We are talking Manchester United as we count down to the return of the action, where Man United is hoping to give a good account of themselves when they travel to Anfield to take on Liverpool, whose players are not firing on all cylinders. At least if Isak is the example we should take, Liverpool is beatable. Subscribe, like, and share. Pay your 39k now. Enjoy all the many games in the last day of the international break today, including Uganda, our beloved, my homeland, taking on Algeria. That's their final game of this international break. It's an important game for Uganda, but one where Brian Mbuma will be praying that Uganda doesn't win, because if Uganda wins, the pressure is there on Cameroon, because Uganda put themselves in a good position to be able to also compete as one of the 4 best second place teams in the 9 groups as they continue on their playoff journey to the FIFA World Cup. This is the United of Sport. We are powered by DSTV, the home of football. 39k, have you paid? Pay it and enjoy the game, but also come and learn how to earn online. Use that number down there on your screen to just contact me asking me. It's me myself who gets that phone. WhatsApp, voice, whatever, call, but understand how you can use your time on the internet to be earning money, fetching money for yourself from somewhere, because the internet pays people easily. Now, so quickly, our international Reds, Slovenia was goalless against Switzerland. Benjamin Sesko didn't score last night. Neither has Matthews Cunha, because he actually did not, start the Brazil loss. He was on the bench. Casemiro played the full 90 minutes of that game as Brazil did lose to Japan by 3 goals to 2 in what you should say was the upset of the international break, I should say. Cunha came off the bench but did nothing to save the situation. It was a 3-2 loss. Of course, it's an international friendly, people will say, but Brazil does not have friendlies against mostly small teams like this. You should be expected as Brazil to beat these small teams whenever you meet them. So I think that disappointment probably will be there for a player like Casemiro to be involved in such a game full 90 minutes and you lose against these minnows. It doesn't feel good if you're a winner. So they will be feeling bad after that. But for Casemiro, he got 90 minutes in his feet. We are coming to a very important game against Liverpool. The last time we had an international break, Casemiro returns. We were excited about him and trying to manage Rodri in the middle. He didn't play the City game. He didn't start it. So we wonder what this time Amorim plans. Will he be so tired? And the last time he missed the second game because he was suspended. So he had all the rest. I do not know in what frame he will be, what Amorim will feel, but we've got a crucial game coming up next for Man United. Now, still, Paraguay's Diego Leo came off the bench, but Paraguay lost 2-0 to South Korea. But Leo coming in there again, yet he's not playing, kicking a ball at Man United, shows you how talented he is, the potential he has got, and why coaches still call him despite getting any minutes with the Manchester United team. So I think it's a good thing for United. Now, other Reds are going to be in action. Portugal will be playing against Hungary. We've got Turkey against Georgia, Ivory Coast against Kenya, whereas Morocco take on DR Congo. DR Congo's game is also important because DR Congo are also competing to be one of the 4 teams second placed from the group. So important game that. So that's the important football that you should be watching out for today. That is in this international break as we count down to the return to action. Now, as we count down to that return to action, guys, we've got to talk a little about Liverpool, who we are going to be facing, because can you imagine that Isak, his team, and this perhaps is the upset of the break, that Kosovo beat Sweden by a 1-0. Of course, Sweden have not been flying at all, but Alexander Isak has failed to pick himself up this season. Whatever it is, Isak probably he didn't train well, or he was just waiting to see his move to Liverpool through. He was not focusing on training. He refused to train with Newcastle. Maybe the personal training wasn't happening. I think Isak is a shadow of himself. He's struggling a lot. And I feel for me it's a good time for Man United to face Liverpool, because if Isak is not scoring, of course they've got a Chitike who is such a threat, but Mo Salah neither. He's also not performing. Isak is not performing. Mo Salah is not performing. Then you look at their backline. I think Konate is not fit. Then you look at Kakies. I think Liverpool's new signings are all not clicking. Same with Florian Wirtz. But the thing with such a game is they will show up against United. Even if they have been struggling all season, they will show up against United. And if they show up, we know what Liverpool can do. We know the potential all these players have. So, but for me, in terms of Man United's psychology going into the game, I think it's good that we head into it with their players, their best players, probably not really firing, and it's a good thing. I think it puts us in a place we will feel like we can match them. They are not all that. There is no threat. We'll feel like the game is going to be even from the start. Before Man United comes to play Liverpool, and you're feeling like you've already lost the game before it starts. So I think an encouraging place for us to be, and I strongly believe that we can get something from this game. So it's a very interesting one. I think if United perform well against Liverpool, I think then all this talk of probably top four will come to life again. You know us, we'll certainly come here and feel like we can really push for top four. If I already feel it now, yet we haven't even beaten Liverpool, if we beat them, what would happen? I think I've got strong belief in this season and what we can achieve. I can't put a limit to what Man United can achieve, but I will judge based on how we perform against Liverpool after playing so well against Sunderland, professional display, mature performance. If we do the same against Liverpool, I'll have an idea of where we will be again. I'll continue to get a proper idea, because again the inconsistencies have been there. But we've won 3 Premier League games on the trot. It hasn't happened, so maybe our run is on. And if our striker, I mean, he's not scoring for the national team, but for club, he's been scoring consistently. If he's on his purple patch, it never stops. I think for us, we can only hope that these players all return fit, and we expect a good game for Man United. I'm not happy about the fact that Cunha, even at Brazil, is not started. If Carlo Ancelotti is not starting you clearly, and your Cunha is Martinelli scoring goals now, I think it's unless he was being rested. But if even at Man United has not been starting, for Cunha, you wonder where he is. The beauty though is for United, we've got so many players who can play in the same position where Cunha plays, and him not being good, looking good yet, is an opportunity for us to give a chance to others and see what they can do or contribute to this team. So either way, I think we are not in a bad place. For Brian Mbumo, it's prayers, because Cameroon, after their draw, they could be out, and Uganda could be part of their misery, because if Uganda wins, we are ahead of Cameroon. So I mean, it's possible that, and Uganda has a good goal difference, by the way. So these qualifiers are still looking interesting. The longer route might be, in fact, the more exciting for those of us who love to just keep enjoying games. Even if I know it's so difficult for any team to qualify, to take the 10th, for Africa to take that 10th spot, I think it will be difficult. Probably the 9 teams that led the groups are probably the ones that will just go and play in the World Cup. But we can enjoy the journey as much as we can. So 7 p.m. in Ugandan time, Uganda will be in action, but those are the games involving the Reds, wherever they will be tonight. Ivory Coast, Ahmad, Morocco, Mazraoui, Turkey, Baindil on the bench probably, Portugal, Bruno, then of course South Korea, and Paraguay, Brazil, Japan have ended as Cunha came off the bench. Casemiro played 90 minutes. Paraguay, Diego Leo came off the bench. So that's where we are with our international Reds, guys. So I continue to remind you to go to my TikTok, because again, after Gyökeres and Isak didn't score for Sweden, of course I had to go to say it, and the mob justice has increased. It has escalated. They are coming after me again, guys. Go and fight for me, please. These Arsenal chaps are too much. I don't think I can handle them by myself. I need you to go help me fend them off, because you know them. Come learn and earn. We're powered by DSTV. Cheers.